like to say is I find this entire thing corrupt and stinking of cronyism. Here in the audience we have a representative from the MEDC and the representative from Ford who was formerly with the MEDC.
Please address council.
I am addressing the council.
You're addressing the audience.
No, sir, I was turning around to videotape the audience while I'm addressing you. Please don't interrupt my time. I'd like to reclaim my time. As I was saying, I find this highly corrupt and stinking of cronyism. Here in the audience with us, we have the representative from the MEDC and the representative from Ford, who was formerly with the MEDC, pushing crony measures like this through. You know, I have to wonder when I found out that the city manager is being overpaid $240,000 a year, what would that be for? How would you get that kind of a salary in this kind of a community? I believe I read that the average income here in Marshall is between $40,000 and $50,000 a year. Why would the city manager be paid that much here? Could it possibly be because they were installed to accept something getting rammed through? Seems to be going on a lot here in Calhoun County. People all of a sudden fresh and new into positions and all too willing to jump on the bandwagon and go along with whatever sounds progressive. I don't think so. That's not America. You're supposed to be representing these people. You're not supposed to be banging your little gavel and trying to find every little hook, bend, and parameter you can to try and cut people off and stifle them and keep them from voicing their opinions to you. That's not the point of government. Part of my First Amendment right is redress of government. It is not your position to stand there and try and oppose and reject that redress. It is your job in your office to accept that redress, to field it, to work with it, not to reject it, not to try and silence it, not to try and censor it. People in this community don't want this going through. No matter how much you try and cover it up, no matter how much you try and move past it as though it doesn't matter, the people don't want it. This man from the MEDC, who I am not addressing, the man who I am videotaping in your audience, openly admitted that this was able to be snuck through because it was positioned in the master plan of the township to be snuck through. What was positioned here in your master plans? How long have you known about this? When was the master plan installed that would have already been known in advance to prepare it for such a venture? This is not how you represent your constituents. It is not your job to service the elite class, the corporate class, the lobbyist class. It is your job to serve the public interest, and you have failed at it miserably. You didn't even try. You made not one effort to go out and seek any kind of public opinion on this matter before you started trying to ram it through. And everyone speaks about it just like corrupt Representative Hadsma, saying it's a done deal that can't be stopped. Well, it sounds like China's already here. You're trying to split hairs with that poor girl about whether or not it was Goshen or CATL, as if you know the difference. They're both red China. They both have the standard agreement with the Chinese People's Government to promote and propagate communism wherever they go. Are you ignorant to that fact, or are you willfully blind? We're not. We know that you know. We know that you've read the same articles. We know that you've seen the same information. If it makes you smirk, that's sad for America, Representative.